Good morning. Yeah, it's for my wedding, Jim. All right. I guess we should get going. What do you stink? Smell like a plant? All right. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of almost 21,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance, because trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term. Never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Extreme close-up. Yeah, I got to get comfortable. Yeah. So, hey, my name is Wayne. I'm a currency trader just like you. Huh? Nice. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so I've been trading currencies quite a bit, couple of decades now. I really like it. We also talk about other things. We talk about the stock market and gold and oil and Bitcoin. But if you ever want to talk about real estate, we can do that. Back in my mind, I'm planning maybe a summer school. Anybody interested in summer school? I think we skipped last year, didn't we? I think we skipped last year. So maybe, yeah. So anyways, maybe we'll do a summer school. So what do you want to talk about? Yeah, that we should think about it. But anywho, ultimately what we want to do is go through our charts and find good opportunities to trade and invest. I don't know why it's so low. I guess I can just do that a little better, isn't it? Yeah, a little better. Yeah. So gold, oil, Bitcoin, risk on, risk off, geopolitical risk, no geopolitical risk. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So we will go through those charts. So let me know what you want to do. First of all, answer the poll. Do you think we're risk on or risk off or risk neutral? And we'll see if we get any follow through on that. You move over to the live screen. Okay, let's take a look. So this is gold. I planned it out last week. We also covered it today at QuantBox Live. I hope you attended QuantBox Live. I gotta find my drawing tool here. And there she go. Okay, cool. So this morning, one of the things I expressed pretty clearly was this idea of oil heading up to 24 and maybe potentially higher. And now here we are a couple hours later, and we pretty much have done it, huh? So I wonder if there's going to be any follow through beyond this. Okay, now when I trade gold and oil, there's a certain time of day that I like to trade. And what I teach people is by the time we get to like 9 o'clock like now, or even a little bit later, like 10, we've already made the money for the day. Which is kind of cool. Kind of cool. So what you do, and I compare it to surfing, you get out in front of the wave. In this case, we talk about the wave of money rolling into the market. Another way of describing it is a market open. And gold is one of those great, gold and oil are one of those great market open type assets where it comes down and then pop. Okay. Here's our conservative target, 32.5, a little higher maybe. I said 32.5, sorry, 23.5-ish. It's actually 2,333 is our conservative target for the day. There's a little room further up, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. Yeah. Denise says, hey, summer school sounds good. My initial thought is to do a summer school on trading the news. I think that would be fun. Because we'd be able to mix a bit of technical and fundamental analysis. Now, Jim says using TRADARS. Yes. 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 Very much so. But like I said, it can get interesting because, at Investor Bootcamp, we have topics of monetary policy and macroeconomics, but it'd be interesting to break down specific news events, the difference between PCE and CPI, for example. But then also trading them, scalping, trading the vol, that kind of stuff around sonars, I think would be pretty cool because now we're mixing technical and fundamental analysis. And we can cover a lot, I think, in summer. And in particular, in the summer, if we're lacking our typical trends, then, well, we're shooting at rabbits. And many of those, much of rabbit season is, news trading, isn't it? So we're kind of interested in catching short-term vol and picking up some pips when there's probably very little trend to play. So swing trading or, well, let's just say we're more focused on day trading during the summer and scalping. So I'm like, well, that's a great topic then, right? Yeah. But yeah, definitely using TRADARS for that technical analysis, yeah. So anyway, I created this trade plan 2 weeks ago, and this might be day one of the new up. Let's see what you guys think. Half risk on, 1/3 risk off. Yeah. Cool. Thank you for participating in the poll. I appreciate that. Another asset that I'm interested in this week and maybe starting today. Remember, I'm not in control of when, I'm only in control of what price am I interested. I'm interested in buying some oil. Okay? And again, I talk about this at QuantBox. Okay, so consider QuantBox an opportunity for you. Right? Like, where's the value? Where's sort of the path, let's say? Let's do a little path of the things I think are important for you. Important for you. Yeah, every sort of like the journey for all of us. We all need a trading account. Now, I traded for 2 years on a demo account before I risked real money. But back then, a minimum deposit was $5,000 in a Forex broker, and they didn't accept credit cards. You had to wire money. And so it was harder to open up a Forex account. So now you can easily pop in and start a trading account, right? I recommend ECN. It's a business model, right? An ECN is a business model of running a Forex broker. I like ECNs. I think you should have an ECN. So we all need a broker. I think you need an ECN and not a bucket shop. So get an ECN. I recommend Trader's Way. That's important to have a good foundation to your business. You need a good education to know what you're doing. Okay, Investor Bootcamp. Every person here should have at least the bare minimum, the basic $88 a year membership, so that you can go back and refine your skills. This is about refining your skills, either through videos or through group work, like our live trading groups. Okay, it's not very expensive. It's very valuable. So now you get to the next step. You need to add fundamentals to your analysis. Okay? Skills to pay the bills. Well, yeah, Jordan, in all fairness or whatever, it's insane to think an amateur can come into a market full of institutions and believe that they can compete. So, at the very least, you need to have a solid foundation and understanding. If you're going to compete, you need to know the rules of the game. You need to know the strategies of the market, that kind of stuff, right? It's insane to think you could do it on your own. It's not even logical. Now, you might, if I priced it at $8,888, right, for the education side, then you're like, well, I don't have 10 grand, so I guess I'll wing it. But when I price it at $88, it's foolhardy to choose not to leverage education. It's just a wrong decision-making process, right? So anyway, now the next step after training, of course, is now you need tools and resources. Otherwise, you'll stay small. You want to kind of get big. You want to trade like a business. You want to trade like a hedge fund. You want to trade like an institution. So you have to have the education, but then the next thing is you need proper tools. QuantBox is for your fundamentals. And then TRADARS is for your technicals. Okay? And when you combine these things, the technical analysis, the fundamental analysis, the coaching and support, that's really what this is. I mean, forget about the training, just the coaching and support. A place or a person you can go and ask questions about your trading, about your setup, about your process, about your analysis. That's what it is. You want to talk to me? Be a member of Investor Bootcamp, right? Sweet. And then a platform for executing your trades. That's the journey you need to go on. You need these things. I used to just train you and then send you out in the world. Go! And you're like, but I'm still a little unclear about technical analysis, and I still have no idea about fundamentals. And you'd go off into the world, and you wouldn't be able to compete with a professional trader. But now you can be a professional trader, even if you only have a $5,000 account. But you don't have to act like an amateur anymore. So, I put these things together. They help me do my analysis. And then I can get to a point where today I'm interested in buying WTI, but it's not rising. That's exactly what I want. If I'm a bull, I want to buy low. And so I can get to that strategic decision of it might be low enough for me to buy. I think that's a real estate guy. I'm going to go look at an office. Can you imagine? I might give up my home office and get an office. So, yeah. Only a real estate person would call me. I'm like, dude, I filled out a form. Why don't you email me back? But anyways, I can get to a point using like QuantBox as a great example to say the price of oil has fallen to a point where I might be interested in buying it. Now, why would I want to buy a declining asset, an asset declining in prices? Because I might fundamentally believe in the future of oil going up. It's not going up now. But I might be interested in buying it because I think it might go up in the future. It has the possibility. So then I come back to my chart, and where in the world would I look to buy this asset that's falling off of a cliff? Well, I know technical analysis. We're pretty good. Okay? If you're in my day trading group or my swing trading group, let me tell you, we have a lot of sharp people in these groups. We're really good at technical analysis, right? And one of the things we know is the peculiarity of price, okay, not just falling to 78, but it has to do with the velocity of the fall to 78. And now if we hit 78, and 78 holds, I might be inclined to start trying to buy this asset at this price and hold for how long? Well, the charts will tell me, or the fundamentals will change, or I'll look at seasonality. But I might override seasonality and say, well, it's geopolitical risk. Okay? But I know, for example, if I buy in May, I can hold until July. What do you think about that? I know if I buy in May, I can hold at least until July. Well, if I didn't know that, then it would be very difficult to make this strategic decision of maybe I should buy a falling asset. So with the strategy being, let's say, a potential opportunity, now I can confirm using technical analysis. Okay? Now I can sit here and watch this chart. I can also use TRADARS to have it watch the chart. The thing is, I need to be able to do it. Okay? if you log in every day and you spend the opening hour of your day and you're trying to figure out what to do today, you're looking for a trade. If that's your process, I don't think you're going to make it. I want you to hear that. You're responding and reacting to a market. But the market buys low and sells high and can sucker you in at exactly the wrong time. You're buying someone else's profitable trade. They're selling you today what they did 3 weeks ago, and now they got profit in their bank and nothing propping up that asset. Oh. COT was great today. If you watch the quant box, oh my goodness, it was really good. There were some really important insights into the actual market. Okay, so today I might buy some WTI. Today I might buy some gold. But like I said, in the few hours of this morning, the trade is almost fulfilled. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. We're almost done the gold trade. You should be thinking about tomorrow. Okay, and I set this trade up 2 weeks ago. Okay, I drew this second leg here, if you will, the right shoulder, if you want to call it that. Okay, this arrow coming up here. I did this in the swing trading group on Thursday. Okay, so you have Thursday. So here's Wednesday, we bottomed out. Here's Thursday, and we planned for it to come up. Friday, everything was retested. And now Monday, we're up here. So what's tomorrow? What's your plan for tomorrow, huh? And what's your plan for the following? What do you think? Well, see, this is what you're supposed to be doing last week or today, planning the rest of your week. So again, if your process is to figure things out every morning, that is what is holding you back from your destiny. Okay? Right? Okay, so gold and oil are actually a non-fundamental play for me, and it has to do with geopolitical risk. Okay, so it's not really a risk on or risk off. So I got that. Okay, I got that in the back of my mind. Bitcoin was at 57, then it was at 67. Where were you? Okay, so anyways, coming back around maybe. Okay, notice that trend staying in place. But you could start marking, okay. Are you going to do a trap and break? What are you going to do? Okay, we're coming back down to that old X, remember? My exes live in Texas. Thomas, can I look at it? Yes. Can you ask me a question? Okay? I don't respond well to, what do you think? Okay? I want you to also make a statement. You're like, I'm bullish on euro dollar, and I think at this support or at that resistance or something, but like, okay? What's the best place to buy? So euro bull. Okay. Yeah, but again, okay, what's the best? Again, I think you could ask a more detailed question. And I'm challenging you. I mean, like, you could probably get away with that with, your average YouTube guru. But before I give you some nonsense opinion, I'm interested in what you think, and I'd rather guide you in your thought process than what do I think in euro dollar? What? Okay, so challenge me a little bit. So you're a bull, you're a bear, what? Because remember, I do this all day, every day, in great detail and furious anger, right? So if you're in QuantBox or TRADARS or Investor Bootcamp, the day trading group, the swing trading group, like, you're right. This has all been done and then redone and then done again. Okay? So help me. Give me some detail. What do you think? Okay? Okay? So again, like, you're like, what is the best place to buy? A role reversal. Okay? But that was 16 hours ago. You see, Thomas? So my fear, like Thomas, is it's kind of like, should I buy it now? I'm like, did you buy it low? Right? So like, this is the obvious, right? Everybody here should know this. Okay? It's just very obvious, very clear of there was a breach and a pullback. But it happened at the market open, at the daily open. It happened in Asia. Okay? And after the news on Friday, okay, there was already an opportunity, for example, to maybe put a trade on a role reversal, or maybe you fib it somehow. Okay, so like on Friday on the higher high, you're like, well, I'll take a 382 on this sucker. Okay, or let's delete that, and let's say you don't use Fibonacci. Okay, so I'll delete that. Or again on Friday, you're like, I'll buy it on the roll reversal. Okay, if you back out a little further, so all I did was on that wick. That's about right. Now it actually came down and did that, but I wouldn't have known that. See, what I'm showing you is it came down and actually hit that price and went up, but I wouldn't have known that, so I'm not basing it on that wick. But on Friday, it's a sloppy type entry, but it's still a valid entry, where you're like, well, you take the old resistance and it becomes support. Right, Thomas? But again, this is basic stuff. As basic as it gets. I don't know if you're asking me a basic question or a more sophisticated question, and I think you have a more sophisticated question. What's the best price? Well, 16 hours ago, maybe, Friday afternoon was the best price. So what about now? And see, like, amateurs are usually caught up in the now, and they're looking at this, and then they're like, now what? I would remove my stop to break even. You're like, but I'm not in it now. Well, you didn't buy it at support? No, I don't trade the market open. No, I don't trade Sunday afternoons when the day starts. No, I don't trade London. No, I don't trade. And all of a sudden, like, so you log in this late in the day? And again, Thomas, I don't know, right? So I could give you, again, another very basic sort of price action kind of thing. You're like, well, maybe in here. Okay? Maybe that's your thing. But it's pretty late in the move. I need to close this limit, though, before I forget. Because I've been doing these and leaving them in by accident. So, but now there's new risk associated with starting your day now when in many ways the day is already over. Right? So we can go bullish mode, true. Okay. And, well, with the high vol, maybe this goes to 108.50. Yeah, not likely. I don't think we're going to have that kind of vol today, but maybe. So now, but here's my point. Using a very basic analysis tool, right? Again, the opportunity has already come and gone hours and hours and hours and hours and hours ago. And now we're up here. The theory is we should be moving up, right? But now we're in the zone in which a bear would attack. So to be interested now as a bull, it's just like fascinatingly late. You buy low, you don't buy high, right? So now we have to look at it from a bearish point of view. So I go back into the biased pivots and I say, well, tell me where the bears are hiding. And we can mark that. And do you see what I'm talking about? Like, dude, right? Like, you see where the bears are hiding? We knew this 12 hours ago. See, this is the stuff I like to teach, not like, oh, buy it here, sell it there. I can make these decisions all day long. But you want to know, how do I make the decision? Okay? So that's why I'm like, well, I don't know what you know and I don't know what you don't know, so I want you to ask me a more detailed question, right? Because then I can give you a more effective response. But like, if you don't know there's a bear there, then I can't help you, right? You're like, you don't know there's a bear there? No. Well, then that's the gap we need filling. It's like, it's sort of like earlier, like, what's the best price to buy euro dollar? I'm like, well, you had a chance on Friday, and you had a second chance at the Asia Open, then you had a third chance at the London Open, and now we've rallied up into resistance, and now you want to know when to buy it. I'm like, dude, well, you should have bought it on Friday or Sunday afternoon. Right? You see? So it's almost like it's not what the best place to buy. You buy it, maybe you'll get lucky and you get an opportunity later today, but you might not get it till tomorrow. Okay? But we have to have we have to have sort of the same language. You have to know where the bulls or bears are. So you might get lucky, for example. You might get lucky, but I don't like the idea of luck in our trading. But you might get lucky, in which we call this, okay, consolidation. Okay, and then clearly there's a breach, but it's not a clean breach because we haven't made highs here. We've only made highs relative to this. So you might get lucky, Thomas, and get sort of a breakout pullback. We call this a break, right? A trap and break, role reversal type strategy. Again, very, very, very basic price action. If you need a review, the price action course is at Investor Bootcamp. You can watch 1,000,000 times. Okay. The next trade is this, but it's not the first trade, it's the second trade. Okay. It's the follow-up trade, and it may not take off until tomorrow according to the current market conditions. But you should know this too. That's very basic. So I don't know where in the process you are. Are you trading this move, which is the obvious, okay? Or are you on this move, which is also obvious? And if it's not obvious, and again, I'm talking to you, Thomas, but I'm talking to everybody else as well. So it's not, I'm not, beating you down. But I'm saying, like, if these things are not obvious to you, and this is, again, I'm talking to everybody, you need Investor Bootcamp. That's where you need to start. Watch the training videos. There's 100 hours. Watch them 10 times. It still cost you $88. Like, you need to get skill, right, before you can do strategy and tactics. Before you even can, like, having better tools will not make you a better trader if you're not a good trader. Right? Right? Like, TRADARS is absolutely amazing. I am floored how good it is. But if you suck as a trader, you're still going to suck as a trader, right? So that's why you got to have skills to hone so that you can use the tools wisely. Okay? Sniper rifles don't aim for you, and they don't identify the target for you. You have to shoot the right target and aim it in the right direction. And then you have to change, right? Oh, three dots to the right because there's wind. Oh, but I'm from an elevated position, so I got to do a couple of adjustments for that. Oh, and the target is so far away, I have to adjust for the Coriolis effect, which is actually the rotation of the Earth. The Earth will move while the bullet is flying in air. So you got to adjust for all of these things. Yeah. So the sniper still has to have skill, even if they have an amazing sniper rifle. So anywho, we got to get back to this general part, right, Thomas? And I don't know where you are based on the question, and that's why I go in there. Like, did you not see the higher high? Did you not set up the higher low? Well, then that's the problem. But if you're like, no, I already did this, I'm worried about the second move. All right, so did you not trade the Asia Open? Did you not trade the London Open? Are you not using daily pivot points? Well, then that's your problem. Oh, you don't have let's say a fundamental bias or something like that, so you didn't, so is it a fundamental thing? Is it a technical thing? Is it a timing thing? Or literally, you could, I don't know, Thomas, but you could be one of these guys that just wants to log in at 9 o'clock in the morning. You're like, okay, let's make some money. I'm like, mate, we made our money 15 hours ago. See, I did the day trading group at Investor Bootcamp, the day trading group. We did it like 15 hours ago. Do you know what we did? We talked about today and the rest of the week. And this trade that I have outlined, we did the swing trading group on Thursday, right? Right? So anyways, it's or maybe this one was more of Friday. That might have been the Friday one at FX Street. Right? I guess that was more of the FX Street one. So it's like, okay, so on Friday, the trade was planned and created. So by Friday afternoon, so Friday close or Sunday open, that trade was planned and executed. And so for those that log in way out here, like New York open 9 o'clock or 9:30 in the morning, I'm like, dude, we're done today. We're worried about Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So you should be building positions into your swing. Right, Thomas? But again, I don't know from the question. So anyways, that's why I'm hitting it so hard. Like, show me, put some skin in the question, right? Put some skin in the game, right? What's the best place to buy? You should have bought it Friday at the market close. What's the best price? You should have bought it down at 107.50, 107.25, 107.33. I guess it was 107.50. Yeah. You should have bought it 30 pips ago, 12 hours ago. But that's not what you're asking. I think what you're asking is, what do I do next? Plan tomorrow. Or try to get in this mediocre trade, which is probably going to pay off. Okay? So for those that are in the situation of the good trades are gone, but you're going to start your week now instead of here or here, you're going to start now. You might get lucky and this continues. But over long periods of time, that behavior will lead to mediocrity because that's a mediocre trade that will probably pay off. Okay? I hope that wasn't too harsh. I know it sounds pissy, but we need to be, we have to be truthful, right? If we're going to learn, right? So look how important things are like the role reversals are. It's basic price action. And then I'm going to flip this over, but let me do it back. To hammer home this point one more time. Okay? You use this to your advantage because you know bears exist there. Okay? So here's something that I need you to be honest with yourself. If you didn't know there were bears there, then that is a significant problem, a very significant risk that you need to adjust. And it's probably just education. No big deal. Easily solved. But if you didn't know there were bears there, then that's a problem, and it needs to be addressed. Okay? And so what about bulls? Where are the bulls? Well, I already got this one marked out. That looks interesting. Okay. And what about this? Okay, that's interesting. Oh, look, I already got these marked out. Okay, cool. So maybe, right? But you want to don't log into these sessions in hopes that I tell you what trade to make, right? But if we use our time wisely, we can uncover the gaps that are in your trading knowledge or trading skills, and we can hone and refine your abilities. Because with knowledge, they become repeatable. Awesome Blossom, huh? Hey, just a shout out to everybody in my CIA, the Council of Investment Advisors. I really need to update this site. But anyways, this council, we meet for a portfolio performance review later today. I'll send out an email. Okay. Man, I haven't even finished the site and I already want to change it. But anyways, it's really simple. You join and I'll teach you how to invest into the stock market and use advanced trading strategies to lower risk and increase income. The same way I do for endowments. In this case, we're trading real money. It's my money at a Wall Street firm. It's corporate, so it's institutional money. You see the account. We log in. We buy the stock that you recommend. We have long conversations on portfolio construction and management, things like rotation and rebalancing. Like, if you want to know how to be truly a professional investor, this is the group for you. Absolutely, totally real, 100% transparent. You will learn a lot. Okay? Right now, the portfolio's volatility is 40% less than the stock market, with a virtually guaranteed income of 10% cash per year. Even if the stock market falls, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get 10% cash in my pocket. Now I reinvest, which is cool because I take that 10%. And if the stock market is down, I just buy more of the shares at the lower price. It's okay. It's all good. So anyways, if you want to know how to be a hedge fund manager, you need to join. One of the things I ask you to do is when you join, you have to watch our first meeting. And our first meeting was 8 hours long. Yeah, no joke, huh? But right? And then a lot of people, they email me and they're like, dude, I totally want to do this, but I don't know anything about the stock market. I don't know anything. Like, this is over my head kind of stuff, but I want to do it. I want to go there. I share the vision, but I just don't think I can contribute. Well, that's wrong. I will teach you. You will learn from training and discussions. I will teach you. I don't need to hire a professional fund manager. I am a professional fund manager. So you will learn by doing, and you will help me invest my money in my pension fund. Yeah, it's pretty spectacular, actually. Yeah. So if you want to have a track record where we grow 50 grand into $1 million, well, join the group. Cool. So I'm saying this because I don't want to forget. So if someone can remind me to send out an email to the rest of the team, yeah, I'd appreciate it. I get sidetracked so easily. I have a meeting like in 5 minutes. I'm going to forget. Yeah. All right. What else? Pound. Interesting. So I covered gold and oil, right? And Bitcoin, I might be interested in buying. On the metal side, I might be interested in silver again. Now, I already have a trade plan on silver. I did this last week. Silver is now triple bottomed, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay? So if somebody said, well, Wayne, what do you think about silver? Well, I told you last week I'm a bull. I showed you we're 50% retracement. We have the daily buy zone. We have the daily target. What more do you want to know? And the next thing would be I might want to buy it on between 27 and 26.50. And I'll take it all the way back to 30 and maybe beyond. Now, I discussed it this morning before this big rally. Okay. But this morning I was talking about geopolitical risk as being one of the core things. And so I actually did, so I guess this makes me have to post the video. I don't know if I have time. So I guess for members of QuantBox, they have this knowledge. And I don't think I'm going to have time to share it outside of the paid membership. So one of the things members got today is we actually separated XAU, which is gold, from dollar. We talk about dollar bar, okay, and the potential for, what do you want to call this, gold star? Sounds really cool. With the idea of gold or XAG, silver, catching a bid based on a thesis that I shared. And then we looked at things like the commitment of traders report and market positioning and net, in particular, net change of long and short contracts. Fixed dollar, looked at gold and silver and had a thesis of up. And so, yeah, gold and silver's up, but that was our plan last week. But then this morning, based on the thesis and the analysis, game on. And so since then, we've now had this. Higher high, higher low, gone. Right? Higher high, higher low. So even just since QuantBox Live this morning, which was only a few hours ago, it's at 6:30 in the morning. I meet with you guys here at 9. So we were here, and the plan was, I think I'm going to buy a dip today. Well, there you go. So again, by 9:30 in the morning, yeah. Right? So if this is 9 and this is 8, yeah, we were talking about it in here. Gone. So done and dusted. Life is great. Life is good. Life is beautiful. But life is also dangerous and complex. Okay? So I will do my best throughout the week, as always. I want to open your eyes. I want to challenge you. I want you to think. I want you to be opinionated. I want you to be independent. I'm not the YouTube guru that will just pop you into a bunch of trades. I want you to succeed and be completely independent so you would never ask some idiot on YouTube for a trading opinion. Pop me into a trade, brother. Never will I disrespect you that way. So Thomas, I thank you. Today wasn't me picking on you. It was a message that needed to be heard. So I thank you for stepping up. But I also hope that my brutal honesty is an effective way to train. Right? I have nothing but desire for you to succeed. And for that, I think we need raw honesty. So thank you, everybody, for subscribing. If I was too brutal, let me know in the comments. I'll check later. I have a meeting I got to go to. I'll come back and check. And then for everybody else, CIA people, I will see you at noon. And then day traders, I'll see you at 4. And also maybe tell me what your thoughts are about doing summer school, where throughout the summer we do news trading and scalping. We do a master class of scalping and volatility. We'll call it volatility and news trading. Let me know if that sounds like something you want to focus on this summer. And that's my call. I got to go. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May our profits be above average.